Dear. Let me sort this out. I'll be with people in 1 second. Let's go. Okay. Ah, dear. Hold on, guys. Ah, pineapple and coconut taste so good in the morning. Ah, hey, Liz.
Good morning.
Oh,
Close that
hold
out.
on, hold on. What's happening here? One moment.
Don't stress.
Oh,
Make sure we get yep, that's there. All these tech things you have to do at the beginning of a stream.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Check,
Yeah.
check, check.
How's this new mic sounding?
Actually, it sounds a lot better.
Should be. I pay 40 quid to get new headphones.
Oh, it's the headphones.
Yes. It is a business one, so I can do this.
Or,
And I can mute myself.
oh, that's good. Instead of just having to push the button on the StreamYards.
That's a
Okay.
proper working one. Yeah,
I
so and it tells me if it's on mute too, because there's a little light at the end of it when it goes
nice.
on mute.
Well, I'm proud of you. Good.
Thank you very
Good
much.
going, Paul.
Good, yay,
Yay.
good ball. Woohoo. Done something right. Sorry for being late. I was in the land of Turner Nog.
That's fine. I had messaged you not that long ago going, are we really going to go tonight?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could
It
have
seemed
I could have come or take it. It didn't matter to me tonight.
no, same here. I just sort of like I was enjoying my sleep.
You
I
should have
was
just stayed asleep.
no. I say when I say I do things, I go and do it.
But I'm saying you should have just stayed asleep.
And I'm saying if I do things, said I'll do things, I'm gonna
Oh,
do it.
yeah, well,
Yeah, boo to you too. Oh,
you could have. You could have just stayed snoring. It would have been great. You guys are hearing all my clicking over here because I'm trying to find things to show off.
oh.
Forgive me.
So this is a small celebration over 100 subscribers.
Yay!
Yes,
Congratulations, Paul.
thank you.
Well done.
Our team
And,
and you.
well,
Oh,
not your time, but still my time. It's still Canada Day. So, happy birthday, Canada.
you're not a real country anyway.
Oh, kick him
Those
for it.
people, those people, South Park could get the joke.
Kick him for it. Kick him.
Yes. Well, there's nobody can kick me. It's only me and you at the moment.
Well, I'll throw a shoe at you later.
I think that'd be a bit kinky, but I look forward to it.
I was teased about that because reporter, where was it? Japan, Korea, somewhere over there. They were throwing shoes, and then somebody I think
That's over in the Middle East. It's an insult. Somebody throws a shoe at you.
Well, there's that in the Middle East, but it's also over in one of the Asian countries as well. And it was one time I saw it and it kind of stuck, and then I think it was Bush Jr. that somebody threw a shoe at.
That sounds more like that was a Middle Eastern reporter actually threw a shoe at him.
I think so, and that's
Yeah.
been how many years ago?
Yeah, that's definitely a Middle Eastern reporter threw. Yeah, that was because of the war in Iraq.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't remember. I may have slept since then. Maybe not, though. It feels tonight.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like I haven't had any sleep.
What I fucking told you.
Yeah, I know.
You got to get some sleep.
It is
Yes.
what it is, but it'll be
No,
what
it
I
is not
make
what it is. You just tell me off, right?
Yeah, but do you have insomnia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then you're forgiven.
Thank you. I'll write that in the chat. See who's here.
No one. Everybody hates us today.
Oh,
They're
there's
all
3
worn
people.
out.
There's 3 people here, Liz. There's 3.
They're all worn out.
No wonder it's Canada Day. They're all
4th of July celebrations for the United
Yep.
States starting already.
Happy Traitors Day, you ungrateful colonials.
I know. We're such bitches.
Yep. You ungrateful bastards, you've gone and left us. No wonder I would go and leave us too sometimes. Had my way.
It is what it is. But it also be what you
Exactly.
make it.
Yes. Welcome to
trying-
Britain.
I am trying to find out that source I had last time for the History Day. What happened this day in history? I cannot find that one.
Okay, I can do this. What happened today in history? Yeah, just use a Google. Let's use Google.
Oh, I am, but the one I had last time was so good. It was just the way it was broken down was really nice, and I thought I saved it, and I can't find it.
Okay. On this day, the 2nd of the year, I'm
Oh, I've
looking at
got-
the Britannica.
I've got stuff. I really do have stuff. I promise. I really liked the one I had last time. The way it was
Okay.
set up was a little bit nicer, but that's
Well,
okay.
I'm going to
Mhm.
say this. This is an important one, Liz. Today in history was the slave rebellion that occurred on the ship the Amistad, which was one of the reasons of the American Civil War. So, good guys win all round in that one.
Okay, I have
Also, a
couple.
very brilliant movie too. I've seen the movie a number of times, and I think it's brilliant.
Okay. All right, I have a couple of things.
Okay,
I'm gonna.
you have a couple.
I'll share so you can put up.
Yeah, so okay, share away.
Okay. Oh, I gotta flip tab to the other page. Ay, ay, ay. I really am losing it.
You're turning Jewish then?
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah,
No, not ay, ay, ay.
you're saying oi oi oi. That's sort of Jewish, isn't it?
No. Let's see. What, this one? Okay, there we go. For everybody in the bushes, hello. You can come out of the bushes. We're not mean. Well, we are,
Okay.
but not too mean.
Yes.
Okay. Month-long observances.
Oh no, we're not doing any of that shite.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, it's absolute bollocks. I mean, look at it. National
look,
Hot Dog Month, National
look at the
Ice,
very first one, Paul.
National
Culinary
Blue
arts.
Culinary Arts. I don't care.
You should.
Why, when you got somebody says National Baked Bean Month and Hot Dog Month,
It's also the bison month. It's also watermelon month. He's choking over that one.
was it?
Oh, there's my
National
favorite. Number 17. Nectarine.
Month. For fuck's sake.
I love nectarines.
We all like nectarines. There's no need to do a month out of it, is there?
Okay, here's another one then. What about sarcoma awareness?
No, that's a good thing because it gives awareness and eyes conditions.
What about National Contract Sewing Month?
What the fuck is that all about?
Wouldn't
Pride?
skip
Well,
over
that's
26.
totally American.
Yeah, you think? Black Family Month. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, I love number 28. Let me... Oh, I didn't even realize I can zoom in still. So everybody can see it.
Where's Mike Cerrone when you need him?
That's what
National Carpet Cleaning Month. Mike.
National
I'm out.
Cell Phone Courtesy Month. Oh, that's so needed. Oh, Disability Pride.
There you go. Actually,
There we go.
that's your month there. There's National Black Indigenous People of Color.
Mental health,
Mental
yeah.
health
Mental
month.
health awareness. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, for everybody who's lost a child, this is your month as well. Bone marrow awareness for the African American community.
Yeah.
That is a very big thing.
Yeah.
If you can, go be tested. Lakes Appreciation Month. Everyone, go to your lake.
Go your lake and drown. Oh, get that.
No.
Oh,
National
stupid
Dry
month.
Eye. Dry Eye
Oh,
Awareness.
Come on.
Oh, I like 41. Oh, I like 42. Oh. 41. Make a difference to a child month. Oh. Hindu Perspective
I'm a biscuit.
Awareness.
They'll be fine. That's make a difference.
National Cleft and Craniofacial Awareness and Prevention Month.
Oh, I haven't got a clue what that is.
There we go. Bioterrorism Disaster Education Awareness Month. You know, they probably should do that when the kids are in school.
Yeah, don't blow up shit. It's bad.
UV Safety Month. Yes, please. Please wear sunblock. Paul.
I'm gonna say this without swearing. This is poop. It is poop on a stick, and it needs to be thrown away.
Okay, I can close this one.
Yes,
You
yes.
done with
Please
this
close
one?
this one because this is honestly, life's
Oh.
too short for this stuff.
What about International Blondie and Debbie Harry Month?
What about International Slap the Shit Out the person? Who made this list month?
Okay. Okay, so what about Create Optimism Month?
Oh God's sake!
Oh. You know what? There is a celebration for everything. Day of the year. If today is not your day, tomorrow it may well be. Today is not your month. It's a possibility that next month may be.
I mean, I can understand some awareness, some awareness months, and I understand celebrating of some people. But when you've got mango and melon month and hot dog month, I mean, what's the world coming to?
But it's National Picnic Month.
Yeah, they can shove their picnic right up their Aris, where I'm concerned.
Okay. Paul's done with the month. I tried.
See, that's a brilliant month. That is a brilliant thing. today, on this day, and the Battle of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, Lee's northward advance was halted.
Okay.
That is important. The Battle of the Somme. Okay, what does it say about the Battle of the Somme, Liz? Okay, so we're going to stop. We're going to have a little chat about this one.
Oh, because Paul loves it. Go ahead.
Yes.
The floor is yours. I'll mute.
Okay. The first day of the Somme was an absolute disaster for the British Army. They lost over 19,000 men on the first day. They got obliterated. They underestimated the enemy. While the enemy was in concrete bunkers, deep down, the British were in smaller trenches. They launched. They had the world's biggest artillery barrage. Unfortunately, they put the wrong shells in, and they relied on this artillery barrage, and all it done was just create holes and shell holes, and done absolutely nothing. They gave the men footballs and told them they could take these footballs in. And there's some debate on this. There's some debate saying, why did the British Army walk into a machine gun fire? Why couldn't it have they couldn't have they run? Well, the ground was too mangled up for running. And also, it wouldn't have made one matter of difference neither, because what the Germans done, they had set up machine gun fire. They set up machine guns at different heights, so there was no matter where you were, if you ducked, you still got hit by machine gun fire. There was a total underestimation of the enemy's power. I'll say the enemy's power. Let's think that of the German front's power. It was a total mess up by the generals, and it was, like I said, an absolute disaster of losing that many men. After World War One, there was not a village that wasn't touched by what happened in the battles of World War One. My personal thing is my great grandfather. He was shot and wounded at the Battle of Cambrai. Also, I had a cousin, a distant cousin, who died. Who joined up from Belfast, and he joined the Inniskilling Dragoons, and he died on the last few months of World War One. Also had a couple of relatives who died through the effects of World War One. One died because he got hit. He still had gas in his body, and the other one died because it caused a strain. World War One caused a strain on his heart. So, yeah, hopefully these things. I'm going to go do like a discussion on World War One herself. I just want to stop at this little bit here and explain really why some of it happened. But we'll go into more depth and detail in the video that I plan to do about this.
Okay. Also in 1997, the United Kingdom returns Hong Kong and the new territories back to the People's Republic of China.
Okay, we can talk about that one too, because I remember that happened. But I'd just like to say, hey, Spike, how's it going?
I was going to say, hey, Spike.
Yep, so I remember that happening. My dad's actually served in Hong Kong. with the British Army. Um, what wasn't said is that the actual Chinese army were actually waiting. As soon as the ceremony was over, the actual Chinese army was waiting to come into Hong Kong. Yeah, and
Okay.
the last song was the last British military song was played during the ceremony was the Highland Cathedral, which was written by a German to celebrate Scotland.
All right. So, over 80 years ago in film and TV, Bulova Watch Company pays $9 for the first ever network TV commercial. And
And the
it's
career
been
got them.
downhill
Yeah,
since.
yes. And who knows a Beluva a watch company? I've got to wash my hands, Liz. You
Okay.
have to excuse me because I've just woken up too.
Yeah. That's why I told you, do
Right.
your business. We could have launched later.
That'll be fine. Fine. I'll be back.
Run. Oh, hit your new mute button and try it.
Okay, there you go.
Cool. So far it's working. How are you spying? Video killed the radio star. Technically, for a while there, I think it did. I don't think it. I think radio is still pretty popular compared to videos, unless you want to count the new videos, like YouTube and things like that. But even then, you don't see a lot of artists and things. I don't have Sirius radio or any of those, so I'm old fashioned that way. I like old, listening to the radio in the car until I, cross a hill and I can't get anything, and then it's pop a CD in. Oh, and I think probably most people have heard the song. Do you really? I'm more of a rock. I just turn the rock channels on when I'm in the car. Alright, so 1967, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band goes to #1 in the United States, staying there for 15 weeks. Do any of the new songs and stuff, do they even stay up there that long anymore? I, it's not like we have Casey Kasem and what's his name announcing the top 100s anymore. They probably do, but it's probably not anything I catch anymore. I would love to maybe find an old, like the old consoles, like the big radios we had as kids. I'd love to have one of the cabinets and redo it with some of the stuff. I hate the old dark wood though, so I'd love to make one natural and then put the TV and all that stuff in and around it. That would please me. But even I cannot believe record players are making a comeback. What's old is new again. Everybody reliving, but people are looking at the old video games and stuff as well. Bringing those, searching for those. The other thing is, tell me it would not be fun to have the old, the old Atari game that sat in the console as a table. Yeah, with the turntable, the TV, the radio. Yeah. I keep saying I'm going to get the radio like for my office that just mounts to the wall so I can just put CDs in it. But I don't. It's still sitting somewhere in a shopping cart. One of these days. One of these days. Yeah, I mean, all that stuff. But I love the look of the big, old, heavy furniture, but I don't like the old dark wood. Like when everything turned dark a couple years ago when people started redoing their houses with all the dark wood and stuff. Oh no, that does not suit me at all. So it's like, oh, how do we find light colored stuff? If not, shave it down and paint it if I had to. I'd rather stay natural wood though.
I totally missed this. What happened?
Oh, we were talking about the Beatles, and then it evolved into listening to radio.
Do
And
you know where the? It's a good question, good trivia question. What was the Beatles' first gig outside of Liverpool? And how many people turned up?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so that's a good one. Have a look
I
that
don't know.
one up. And
My sneeze, hang on.
the Beatles' first gig outside of Liverpool. No, that's the song, Spike. The first gig. Their first ever gig outside of Liverpool. And how many people turned up to see it?
Okay. Sorry, sneezy. I don't know. Let us know when you find that.
I know it.
NBA 1998. Player lockout after no agreement with players. I don't remember
No,
that.
Spike. Gig, mate. Gig. The first gig outside of Liverpool.
All right. Today in history, 1908. SOS.
CB.
Dot, dot, dot. Dash, dash, dash. Dot,
Hold on,
dot,
Liz.
dot.
What's CBGB, Spike?
Something Great Britain. What's the city? What would be CB?
I don't know.
It's your country.
Oh, fucking know what you're saying. You've been drinking a bit, Spike. I don't know. Oh, look, there's one of my relatives on there.
Who isn't your relative? Who are you not related to?
I don't know. I'm just going by the Mormon website tells me. Okay, so I'm going to put people out of this misery. The Beatles' first gig outside Liverpool was a disaster. It was in a small dance studio in a town called Aldershot. And only 16 people turned up. Imagine that, the Beatles, only 16 people turned up to watch the Beatles.
Were they already famous by then?
No,
Okay, so that's New Kids on the Block starting out.
no, not at all, because they were famous in Liverpool. They had massive crowd, they had big, sort of like, they were at a big pool in Liverpool, but
Yeah, but Liverpool, that's not all over.
well, there's a thing you don't know about Aldershot, Liz. It is the home of the British Army. And considering the time the Beatles were out, the British Army was pretty big at its time.
Okay.
Yeah, so they played there, and yep, only like 15 to 16 people turned up. It's become a.
Yes, Spike.
Liz, you need to
Didn't
hang your head.
everybody?
No, I fucking didn't.
No, girls drooled over them. I didn't. I didn't get to listen to the concert. I worked the concert. I had
Yeah,
a girlfriend, one of my best friends. Her dad was the Concord Pavilion. He was the manager, so I ended up getting sucked in as cheap labor to work a lot of the events. So I got to see. I got to work through a lot of concerts that I didn't get to see.
oh, bloody da.
But I didn't. You just because you were busy, you didn't really get to enjoy the concert.
I stopped filming of a TV series once. That's my claim to fame.
There's nothing famous about working concerts.
No, but that's my claim to fame. They were filming a major. Because we have one of the major stations here, which is called ITV. They're filming an ITV drama, and I got managed to stop them filming it.
Why?
Because the night before, I drank 24 cans of beer and I went into work with a major hangover. Of course, the van, because we used to go in a works van, it was a bit rickety and it was going over bumps. And of course, my stomach was think it was a trampoline and it was jumping everywhere. And with the hangover and the jumping and the beers from the night before, it just didn't work. And I ended up being sick, jumping out of this van and being sick. And all I can hear was this person shouting, cut, cut. And he actually came up to me and go,
Oh,
one of the producers came up with the directors, whatever, I don't know. Went up to me and goes, rough night out. I went, in the middle of being sick, and I went, yeah, how did you tell?
because of the smell it lets off?
No, it's
That
because I
can
was
be
actually,
smelled a mile away?
no, because you can actually hear me throwing up.
Yuck.
Yeah, so managed to stop TV, filming of a TV series just because I had a hangover.
Yuck.
I blame you, Liz.
Okay. Well, if today is your birthday, you also share it with Liv Tyler, Missy Elliott, Pamela Anderson, Carl Lewis, Dan Aykroyd, and Sydney Pollack.
Yeah,
Congratulations. Oh, and Diana, Princess Diana.
yeah, it's not my birthday today.
Let's
Famous
see.
weddings, not really interested.
Eh. Famous divorces. Ryan Reynolds, Scarlett Johansson put her back on the market and everybody loved it, right?
Well, the guy from SNL did because he married her.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
All right. Marlon Brando. Hmm.
Is that celebrity deaths?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Some of the more important ones.
Famous kings in history. That's it. There you
Yeah, there you go. Woohoo. I feel so enlightened.
go. Hey,
Enlighten me, Liz. Enlighten me.
would you like a PSA for
A
everybody who's
PS,
out there listening?
a PSA, what?
Public safety announcement or public service announcement, whatever way you want to take it.
Okay, yeah, I've got to do one. Don't be a cunt.
And I was gonna say, uh, now you threw me off topic, you jerk face.
That's my PSA. Don't be a cunt.
And I was gonna be more along the lines of, like I did the other day, don't feel like you have to show your face. Don't let people push you into revealing anything you don't want them to know.
I think my one is better because it covers that in general, the generalised one.
Yes, but not everybody understands don't be the dick or don't be the cunt rule.
Spike
Some
did.
people need explaining to.
Spike doesn't need explaining, do you, Spike?
And how about if you do show your face or your height, stature, weight, your nationality, your whatever, don't feel like you have to explain that to people.
Yeah. If you're like 5'4", don't say you're 5'7" or 5'8".
Be who you are.
Yeah. And
You know
also,
what?
don't be a cunt.
If some people are gonna take a picture of you, a bad picture of you, and make fun with, here we freaking go again tonight.
Yeah.
I
I like my version, Liz. Don't be a cunt. That's all you need to know in life.
and see, I always had the don't be a dick rule.
Yeah.
Oh, you can anytime, Spike. Any you. I got a message through to you, so
Yeah. Don't
yeah.
think you're taking Liz away from me, though, Spike, because I'll have to beat you with a soggy slipper.
I'm gonna throw my sandal at both of you. I'm pulling this car over, and you're in trouble.
Oh, you can do whatever you want, love.
Oh,
I'll just get the Vaseline.
oh, we do, Spike. We do. It's fine. I tend to be a little more tame around some places. You know, I hold back a lot. Like on this channel, I hold back a lot. But cunt and dick is not a big no in my book. I have friends who are over in Europe, and I have my friends who are over in Australia, and to them it is a
Oh,
it's not a
okay.
bad word.
Yeah.
Whereas
I've got a
us
call.
in the United
Yeah.
States, go ahead.
I've got to stop me mid-flow. Not because I coughed. I am now coughing. But why am I the prize fight of YouTube?
He don't you know he's the White Knight? Oh, speaking of all of that, uh, that channel has been nuked. I don't know if they did it
I
or
think they did it. Yeah, I think they did it.
or if it got taken down. So I got an inbox full of things I have to backtrack from yesterday still. I didn't feel like doing it today, so I didn't.
We don't call it cussing, we call it swearing. Or we call it being normal.
Oh, Spike, are you holding it against me because I'm American?
Well, it is.
All joke.
It is. No, it's because. Why have I got? I ate peanuts yesterday and it's still got some in my throat somehow.
Wait, I totally heard that wrong. Did you say you had penis yesterday? And you've got
Peanuts,
stuck?
Liz. Peanuts.
Okay. I'm just making sure. Whew, thank you.
It was yeah, it was peanuts, Liz. Mind you, you know, it wouldn't really matter if I had a penis in my throat because that'd be none of anybody's business.
He did, to clarify, he did say peanuts, not
Yes.
penis
Yes.
or penis.
Penis, nuts. It's all the same thing.
Oh, well, I don't know if you put it that way. Twigs and berries. A
The
penis
giggle
and
stick.
nuts.
Yep, the
Yeah,
old giggle
yeah,
stick.
it really could.
The meat and 2 veg.
Oh, OG Lid's gonna hear this and beat the crap out of us,
Yep.
you know,
The
right?
pink hobo.
Oh,
Pink Cadillac.
we're gonna turn into the grumpy old man scene at the end where they start talking about taking something to Salami Town or whatever those are.
Yeah, it usually goes down this way. How many other names could you call it? Yeah, there's quite a few names.
Shells
Well,
intact.
Spike,
Oh, okay.
what you do in your own personal time is up to you, but I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do things like that at a baseball game.
I miss sitting around shelling the peanuts and eating those.
Liz, again, you're being kinky now. Stop it.
Yeah. Why are you having a problem with that?
Maybe it's your voice too. Spike
Oh,
spits and spells.
oh. I was gonna say Spike's a quitter. Who's a spitter?
Yeah, yeah. Spit the spells, not
Oh.
swallow.
You know we're gonna get blamed for being a potty channel.
Well, we've
Because
already been
we,
blamed for that.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Don't you know the key to that?
HP went over and asked Nick. Did it? I can't believe he asked Nick this. I really can't. He asked Nick, "Is it true that you use curry flavored condoms in India?"
But you had that conversation on your channel with him.
Yes, I know, but I can't believe he actually said it to Nick. And what
I
we
think
were
it's
talking
funny.
about was different flavored condoms, not an entire nation using the condoms.
Hey, Spike, the key to that is get one of them open and use the next shell to pop the other ones open. It goes faster.
And that's the closest to a threesome I'm going to get.
Sorry, my house got a little bit noisy.
That's so. What subject can we talk about today? I think we've destroyed this channel today.
People going at each other's throats still?
No, we're not doing that bullshit. That's up to them if they want to do that. Let them carry on, thing.
Yeah, but the good takeaway is there are other channels if you don't want to participate.
Yeah, no. Well, we all, me and you both, go into these drama channels and have fun there, don't we?
Mine is a lot of time trying to puzzle out what's going on.
Liz, I hear you laughing. You're having fun.
Oh, there are some times that I'm definitely having fun.
See, there you go. So you're having fun. So we both know these drama channels. But at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, what is the purpose?
In drama channels? Or
Um,
just channels in general who go live and talk about other people or situations?
yeah. I mean, it's not like YouTube's going to do nothing. Trust me on this one. I know. YouTube is about as useful as tits on a goldfish. You know what I mean?
Oh, I understand. And you guys say goldfish and we say boar.
Hmm.
Or bull.
Yeah, I mean, doxing should never be allowed. Doesn't matter if you're the good guy or let's use the word. Don't know what you call it, but let's say if you're a good guy or the bad guy. Depends on how you look at it. But from our side, you get good guys and bad guys. Yeah.
Correct.
So, but both sides have used doxing. Yes.
Um, I think it depends on like the drama community itself or
Well,
the communities
both
we all
sides.
kind
I
of
mean,
merged at.
yeah. I mean, both sides have used doxing.
I think some have, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And they say it's because they dox me, or they dox me here. But there's other ways of fighting. There's other ways of fighting a fire, isn't there?
Oh, definitely.
Hmm.
Sorry,
Some
like I
people,
said, my
some
house
people
got
go.
noisy.
That's all right. So some people go full hell for leather, and some people don't. Some people good thing, but they sort of skirt around it. If you get my meaning. But I'm just saying, what's the purpose of it, and when does it stop?
My personal opinion is just don't go real life. I mean, I think with the ones who have like a criminal history, though, because of things they've done, that history has to kind of come out a little bit. But the retaliation on their side for bringing public records out, especially for ones who talk about First Amendment and freedom issues, it tends to be a little Hippocratic. There's a little hypocrisy there. Hippocratic. I'm gonna go screw my brain back in. I'll be right back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You screw your brain back in. You do that, love.
God, it has been
Don't need to explain.
about 48 hours. It's like I've been a little off. I'll be right back.
Yes, well, I did tell you to go to bed the other day and get some sleep, but you didn't listen to me because Paulie knows shit all.
Just because I lay in bed doesn't mean I fall asleep, though. That's part of the
Uh,
problem.
doesn't matter. Yeah, I've told you this, and how many times have you told me the exact same thing?
Yes, but if I can't turn my brain off, it's not gonna do
How many
anything.
times have you told me the exact same thing? There, Liz.
Hundreds.
There you go. There you go. Point proven. Yes.
No.
No, you say no because you're a woman and you can't admit the truth.
No, I mean, it's,
No, no,
no, no, no,
no.
no, no.
No, no,
Let
no, no,
me,
no, 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 Stu, no, 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 no. It's because you're a woman and you can't handle the truth, so you have to
sure,
deflect
okay,
it and go, yeah. So
sure,
yeah, so
okay.
you have to take a telling there, Liz, for once. Don't need to go into one. Just take it.
But like the other night, I did go and actually lay down. The problem is I didn't fall asleep.
Look, there's do you see Sir Mix-a-Lot here?
Yeah,
There's no buts.
talk radio does not help me.
Yeah. So there's no buts. You need to take a telling once in a while. It's not often I can tell a person off.
It's us telling all the ladies picking on you.
Yes, that's what it usually is.
But you're
Yes.
very gracious about it. So,
Oh, yes, of course. Of course.
yeah.
Of course I am. I'm
Spike,
very
I
polite.
wish talk radio helped.
Do you know what does help? And this is going to sound really weird. I listen to the sound of falling rain and thunder.
I hate it.
What's that, Liz?
I hate it.
Why?
I don't know.
It's
It
rain
is.
and thunder is soothing.
No, it's not at all. That'll bring on a panic attack like nothing else.
Do you want me to tell you a story about rain and thunder?
Just because it works for you doesn't mean it works for me.
No, no, I could tell you a true story about rain and thunder involving me.
Okay, tell your story.
Well, I was one of the adult leaders in this camp that we had. I got invited to go on the camp because I was a chef and I was cooking there. And they invited, they said, we're doing a game called Manhunt. Liz is gone. Yeah. So I was playing this game called doing this game Manhunt, and they people would come up to me and I had to ask a question, and if they got the question right, I'd give them the map coordinates. Well, unfortunately, if you really know me, I'm about as useful as well. If their place hasn't got a pub, I will not find my way around. I am totally useless in directions and maps and and I was stuck in the middle of a forest. and I got totally lost in this forest. And it started to rain. Then the thunder came. There was a massive storm, and it was right above me. And I can hear the lightning. I can still hear the lightning. And when lightning hits, you hear like this and bang. I was so shit scared. I was in the middle of the forest with this storm. It was actually above me. I, and I managed to find a road. There was about, oh God, I can't, it was so dark, and I was so wet too because of the rain. And I got hold of this doctor this door and I said, "Look, can you help?" Guy gave me a lift, and everybody was trying to shouting my name. There's a group of bloke going, "Paul, Paul." I turned up and said, I said, "How do you think?" I said, "I just knocked on the door and asked for help." But it was I think that was the closest thing I've ever felt to like be in this situation that was really, really dangerous. Because I probably, if I stayed in that forest, I would have been, yeah, I may not have been here because it was a massive storm, massive for England. It really was. And you can hear the crack of the lightning when it hits the ground too. It was scary. That's my story about lightning.
Yeah, the sizzling and popping that it does, and then when it hit the booms, it's it's amazing. It is.
It is.
Mother Nature is powerful.
Yeah, but the worst thing is you hear that when the lightning, then bang. That's how close I was to the lightning there in the forest.
Ladies, Paul will fight off big burly men and things like that, but he will not fight off creatures or Mother Nature for you.
Yeah, and ghosts and ghosts. People can. Yep, ghosts. I'm out of there. Go on.
Supernatural crap, no, he's passing.
I went to one of the world's scariest haunted places in the world. I went to the caverns in the crypt, well, whatever you want to call them, in Edinburgh, and I spent £18 on a ticket. Within 2 minutes of going down that stairs, I felt something something that was the purest evil, and it was affecting my head and affecting my stomach. I turned round and I said to the guy, "I'm leaving. I'm not coming back here. There's something fucking evil over in that place."
We're killing Spike out there.
Yeah. Yeah, so even the guy laughed, but I'm telling you now, there was something that did not want me in that place, and it made me know that it didn't want me there.
Spooky.
Yeah, it really, really was. It's you know when if you know when you think you're at the wrong place and you start and you like something starts to like get a little bit bubbly.
Okay.
And my head felt it was like it was being crushed by a vice on both sides, and
So you had
I
a
just went,
pressure.
yeah, I just went, no, this is it. I just, yep, no, no, and I went to the person. £18 to get into this place, and I went, there's no way I'm doing this again.
Just I can't help but visualize you leaving. Okay, being like, do you know who Scooby Doo is?
Yes,
Being the first one out, racing Scooby Doo. You would be like Shaggy, outrunning everybody.
yes. The first place I went to after leaving that building was the pub because I needed a drink.
Yeah, I forget. Europeans tend to drink more.
Hey, it's not our fault.
But you guys celebrate the milestones with. It's natural over there.
Yeah, we go to the pub and people go, "What are you going to the pub for?" Well, it's somebody's birthday.
And I think that's like my thing is because I really don't drink, but maybe once or twice a year. I just, because I've always been the designated driver, because the very one time we trusted somebody to be the designated driver, they got drunk. And it was never again. So um, I can be sociable without drinking. So
I remember when I was living with my mum's when my mum was alive, and I said to her, "I'm going up the pub," and she goes, "To do what?" I said, "What the fuck do you think I'm going up the pub for, you stupid woman?"
you didn't say that to her like that, did you?
Yeah.
Bad boy.
Then she goes, "I just thought you were playing pool." I said, "No, I'm going to have a beer." And she went, "Oh right, will you get us something?" Because when you go to the pub, you never get me anything. This is true. This is a true story. So after leaving the pub, I really needed another drink. Well, I didn't really need another drink, but because you're drunk, you do need another drink. If you get my meaning. And there was the off license that was open along the way home. So I went in there and got myself a bottle of Jack Daniels, and I remembered what my mum said. So I brought a full of tin of tuna. When I got home, I looked this tuna at her, not like for angry, I just because when you're drunk, you don't know your own strength, do you? So I looked this tuna at her. She managed to pick it up, and she goes, "What's that?" I said, "Well, don't say I don't buy you nothing," and walked up to bed. When I came back downstairs, she said she enjoyed your tuna. You've gone quiet now, Liz.
Because dogs started barking.
Yes. Yes, but I think my mum liked the tuna there. She said it was a nice gift, which I thought was very weird. Well, I used to like a drink when I was younger, Spike. I still like a drink, but it was every weekend to the pub for me when I was younger. It'd be either to the where I'm from or to the next town. We'd go to we'd do like a small pub crawl, go from one pub to another pub. Then we'll go on to a nightclub afterwards. Yeah, so it was yeah, just a bit of fun. We'll wait for my co-host to come
I'm
about.
I'm here. I'm listening. It's just hard when they start going.
I don't mind dogs, Liz.
You may not, but people out there listening may, and all of a sudden it may scare somebody. So I'm very, I take that to heart because I know
Well,
what it does to
don't
me.
take it to heart. Just take it to bed. I mean, don't worry about it. The dogs are dogs. For fix's sake, we've got a channel who we have to that makes people listen to them while they're eating.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody could do that. That's gross.
Yeah, but I was a good son, Liz. Every work when I worked at this place, They used to have a proper little chocolate shop, and I'd go and buy my mum a box of chocolates every week. I got paid. And they weren't like manufactured chocolates. They were proper handmade ones. Yeah, I love the whiskey. You spelt whiskey wrong, Spike. Scottish whiskey isn't spelt with an E. And because we invented it, we can say it. I suppose Irish Demon would have tell me off for that too. No, it is Scottish. So, pick you, Demon. It is Scottish there, not Irish, Scottish.
I can hear you drinking right now. That headsight. Oh,
I'm not
words are
drinking, Liz.
hard. It sounds
I'm
like
not
you're drinking. It sounds like you
No,
were swallowing.
I was typing.
Oh, well, it sounded like swallowing in my head.
No,
Told you
it
I'm
was
off.
typing it. It was typing. So yeah, well, only 2 people watching this is.
And that would be Spike and myself probably tuned in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah.
I think Saturdays into Sundays are a lot of people have, well, it's summertime. A lot of people have events during the day, so they come home and crash, or they're still at events.
Yeah.
I think Sundays into Mondays and Mondays into Tuesdays, or during the week, tend to be a little bit better for the insomniacs who don't have other places to hang out and chill.
Oh, Spike, you're a connoisseur and a half, mate. Anything above 12 years is beautiful for a good single malt. So, when do you think is the best day to do this, Liz? Because I've been here for an hour and I've only had about up to 4 people watching.
Yeah, I think because it's summertime, it's a little bit tougher to do a Saturday night, Sunday, because we're still Saturday night here on the West Coast for now.
Yeah. So that doesn't really answer my question. When do you think the best time to
But
do
I
this?
just said, like, for me, so a Sunday night, a Monday morning for like you, or during the week, would be better.
No, I'm not
That's where you
asking about
have
me because I can do this all the time. I can do this whenever. I'm just asking
exactly.
when you
Mine is.
go. Yeah, when is the best time for you
I
guys?
I think for me, anywhere during most of the time during the week is fine.
Hmm.
Because I can.
Yeah.
It's not like I can't rearrange things. So
So when's the best time for you then, Spike?
in fact, I will check the calendar. How's that? See what I have upcoming. I literally have the 14th is the only time I have a meeting that I cannot rearrange anything for. So far. So, but that's an afternoon.
Yeah. I'm just thinking the best times to do this because obviously you've got to utilize it.
Spike, it's okay. There was stuff on my agenda to get done today, and I didn't do it. I wanted to get things set up for on this side for myself for other things, and I just didn't do it. And messages for tracking other things down, I just didn't do it. Tomorrow's another day.
And there's a lot of other channels doing lives too at the moment, isn't there?
Felony. You're here now. What? Are we gonna arrest you? Or who are we charging with a felony? And hi.
I'm here now. What? Hello? I don't really want to answer that. What do you want?
Uh, you are a mic whore, huh, Spike? It, there are some people who, yours is a Wi-Fi issue, though. Other people just have shitty mics and bad Wi-Fi, so it makes it worse.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still flummoxing what felony wants. What do you want to? What do you want to see? What do you want to talk about?
Yeah,
This
bring us
is
a
an
topic.
open. Yeah, bring a topic along. Just can't say I'm here now. What? Well, stand in the corner and sing a song. You know.
I can't say I do like your picture, though. That dog is cute.
What's it? Women with dogs.
I love dogs.
Did you see where the?
I did, yes.
I did, but do you know? Felony, this is no disrespect to America, but it this does not affect me at all. I can understand affecting you guys, but as you can tell, accent, is not American.
He's lying to you. He is American.
No, happy Treason Day, you ungrateful colonials.
That's not for 3 more days.
Well, I'm saying it in advance. So, what did you
Uh,
think about this? Okay, so Felony, what did you think about the Supreme Court when they voted for this?
who? Me?
I'm asking
Felony?
Felony E.
Okay.
Felony, what did he think about this?
I'm just wondering which part of the Supreme Court rulings are we collectively talking about?
He just says, "Did you see where the Supreme Court voted?" So I'm giving him the platform. Okay, so why don't you think that student debt shouldn't shouldn't be forgiven? Surely education should. Little disappointing in the cyber stalking one. Um, can you please elaborate on that one? I mean, I'm not trying to sound ignorant. It's just it has not really affected me. So, but if it may affect you guys more in America than it does me. So, like I said, the floor is yours. Explain what you mean,
None
and
of
if you
these are
want to,
going to
if
affect you, though, not being a U.S. citizen. So,
hmm, yes, I'm just interested in find out what disappointed you about this.
and I would like to know the stalking one that you're claiming. What case one? Which case is that?
Yeah, that's I'm trying to find out.
Yeah, I
Okay, so the definition of cyber stalking. So they made it harder to bring charges then, did they? Do you know anything about this, Liz?
no, I'm actually looking at the opinions of the court right now. I'm trying to find out which one that one is.
Okay. Because this can make a brilliant talking point. You know, what is cyber stalking? What defines cyber stalking there? Okay, so how do you think the system should be overhauled then? Because I'm going to say surely surely because I've got a student debt, which just happened to me now. But if student debt was forgiven, that means that people have more money to spend. More money to spend equals better the economy. Does it not?
All right, sorry. I actually went and pulled a couple of these so I could actually read the court opinion on them.
So
As
what
to
do you
the
reckon?
student loan debt
Yeah.
one, it was literally giving people a break on $30,000 worth of debt when most of these people, and the funny thing is, if you actually look at the statistics on this, a lot of people who have $20,000 in debt or less are the ones who are being punished the worst of this. Those that are carrying 100,000 and over are fewer and farther between, but they've also taken deferments. They took higher interest rate loans, trying to do consolidations. $30,000 for them in loan debt forgiveness would have been a great start for a lot of people, doctors, nurses, things like that. It could have wiped away years worth of payments for people where they could have then applied those to actual percentages and not just interest. That's my opinion on it.
The opinion I made is education should be free. Also, if people got more money, they have more chance of spending money. That is better for the economy. What do you think, Liz?
It does help, but at the same token, there are loan companies out there that employ people as well. But the interest rate portion of it needs to be overhauled to make it affordable so people can pay those back and not all of a sudden look at their bill where it started out where they borrowed $100,000 for their schooling, and here 10, 20 years later, they have over $200,000 still owing.
Mm.
Felony, I paid all of mine as I went. If I could not afford to go to school, I didn't. I don't think it is not a punishment for us. You I'm not sure what age you are, but schooling when we all first started going to school was a hell of a lot cheaper, than the kids are paying today.
I don't.
When I went back to school, what I was paying for an entire semester when I was younger was one or two classes at a community college to brush up on things that I had needed to get into. So, yeah, that's a big thing for me.
And also brings to like, should education be free anyway?
No, it needs to be more
But
fair.
isn't a populace that's better educated better for the government health and wealth?
Yes, for some things, but not everybody is going to get an education.
No, but yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
think I
when I
personally. Go ahead.
sorry, no, you go ahead. You said it in a grumpy voice. You go ahead, Liz.
I was just gonna say, I don't think that some people going straight out of high school into college is a good thing. So education for that should not be free because those are the people who are gonna waste the opportunity because they're being forced into thinking they have to go to school.
Okay. So when we talk about education, are we talking about academic education or trade education?
I would say it's both.
But surely people have the chance to go to college and learn a trade.
Some, yes.
Yeah, that is better for the population, isn't it?
I think it depends. But yeah, I mean, I'm all for people who are going to work with their hands and everything first. Um,
Yeah,
looking back at my
I'm all for a bit of handswork too, Liz. I'm all for a bit of handswork too.
looking back at my education and stuff, I wish I would have held off longer. I wish I would have done more of the hands-on stuff, got those certifications, and then later on, where I could actually appreciate what I wanted to do with my degree, um, gone back then. And I truly encourage like the younger kids today to get into a trade school, learn a trade. Um, if you have no smelling, please become a plumber. They are needed. uh, HVAC techs, high praise for them. Welders.
Hold on, Felony. You really don't need people to bag groceries, but you do need people to work retail.
There are,
We bag our own groceries over here. We do it quite well. But
but you
there
also
is,
have smaller retail locations where some places they have it to where they bag all the groceries, take it out to your vehicle, and the whole thing. And that where
oh, we've
you
got,
probably would have a shop owner and things like that who
no,
would
no, no,
not
no.
hesitate to take it out for somebody who needed it, correct?
Oh, no, we've got click and collect. If we're doing a big shop, say if we shopped at Tesco's, Tesco's have got a click and collect. So what you do is you go online, you order your stuff, and they bag it up, and you go and collect it.
Okay. And you have that here, the shop,
Hmm.
order and go pick up.
Yeah, Felony, I started off on unskilled labour. I ended up being a kitchen porter, washing up pots and pans. I worked in army camp, and I was done my job. Then one day, I thought of trying their ways to better my situation. I ended up as a storeman. Then I'd done a day as a steward, which I didn't really like. So I felt back to doing little Joe jobs, you know what I mean? Just doing like retail work and stuff like that. Then end up being a kitchen porter again in the same camp, and I ended up said I didn't want to be that, and it I ended up being trained as a chef. I've never went to any college about it, but I've done it all in trade, and I've travelled the length of breadth of Britain. I've worked in a forest, uh, and I've also worked on an island in Scotland or an isle.
But
So
that's the thing. Our generation and the generation before us had those opportunities. Now, if
they're
you
still
look,
out there, Liz.
they want, a lot of people want degrees now, even for those kind of work.
No,
They
not over
want,
here. Not
maybe
for
not over
chefing.
there, but I know
No.
here, they want to know that you've gone to a culinary academy. They, it's a prestigious thing.
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, no. I've known plenty of people who've never went to college and done. Have been a chef and
How many of the
fantastic.
new, okay, but go and look at the want ads now and see what kind of level of education they're requiring or they want.
Oh, Liz, I've got. I could go walk into most catering jobs with the amount of experience I've got, so that
I'm
wouldn't
not
bother
talking,
me.
Paul, but I'm not talking just about you. I'm talking about the next generation because
Okay,
they're
so
the one. Wait, they are the ones that are going to do the most schooling and things like that, and get up tied up with these forgiveness loans if they're needed. Um, most of the kids I know the millennials and the Z generation, to pay their bills are working 2 and 3 jobs or 2 jobs and a side hustle to be able to make it. So they're working their asses off. Yeah, we see a few of the online ones. There needs to be a stripper trade. But they're working their asses off and they don't get the credit they're due.
I'm all for that, Felony. I can do that. I can be the manager and the judge and the owner and the pimp. But I was just looking at chefing jobs here, and there's none of that really over here, Liz. You don't. You need to have the certain qualifications and skills to do it, but it's not a requirement. Maybe it seems a lot different to America. Seems a lot different in America. Don't know. Let's see if he's still about. Oh, Spikey. Spike's dropped off. Can't see him. I don't know, mate. But do you think that expectations is failing the American job market, though, Liz?
Expectations? What?
The expectations of having degrees.
Oh, yeah. I think it curtails a lot of people from getting into things. Welcome back.
Yeah. Welcome back, Liz. Right. Yeah, I mean, well, take my example, right? I've got 19 years of trade experience. Now, I'm applying for a job as just a normal chef. Say if I was in America, I was applying for a job as a normal chef. And you got a guy who's just came out of catering college. Which one would you employ?
Sorry, try that again.
Okay, so I've got 19 years of trade experience, but I've got no qualifications. So I'm going for a job in America. You're my boss, my potential boss. Now there's one other person going for the job, but he's just came out of catering college. He's got all the fine degrees. He's got fine qualifications. He does. You can do all this and this and this and this and this. Which one do you choose?
I don't choose either until I've interviewed them and find out what their personalities are.
Yeah, but you you spoiled it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Paul, but
okay.
with my HR background, my human resource background, that
Okay.
I would be talking to the person, and I wouldn't choose one over the other just based on paper.
Okay. So the interviews are done. You've done the interviews. Which one do you pick?
I'm gonna personally, I would say the experience wins out. But it all boils down to personality and what you're like. Because if you're culinary, are you gonna work with? Wait, are you gonna work with my staff better, or are you gonna want it your way? See, and that's the thing, Felony. Exactly. Some of these jobs, you may not even get an interview if you don't have a degree. If they're requesting some kind of education, you may get dumpstered before you even get a chance.
I've just been dumped by Liz. That's terrible.
Dumpstered. Binned.
You've dumped me. I feel rejected and lonely. Lonely. I am so lonely.
Oh.
I find nobody on my own. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
I'm going away to sink a bottle of whiskey. Terrible. But
All right, here's one, and I chose Las Vegas for a reason because they have a host of culinary jobs.
Okay, yes. Yes.
But Harry Reid International Airport is looking for a specialty cook.
What does it mean by specialty?
That's what I'm finding out right now. And the salary range on this is 1687 to 2109 an hour.
Yeah, sorry, Liz. Yeah, it's near 8 it's near 8 in the morning here, mate. Carry on, Liz.
Yeah, I mean, it is union wages and benefits, so that's crap pay for what they're really. But they do have compensations of the health, dental, vision, paid vacation, tuition reimbursement. A specialty cook is responsible for preparation of all wok cooked or sautéed items along the prep required in settings of the stations for the branded concept for each shift.
Can you say that again, please, in English?
The specialty cook is responsible for the preparation of all wok cooked and sautéed items along with the preparation required in setting up the stations for the branded concepts for each shift.
So he's just cutting up vegetables and meat then, it's a prep chef?
No, and then you have to support the team environment.
Yeah. That's a prep chef, Liz.
I don't know if I'm trying to go down farther in what they require. But you report to the store manager, assistant store manager, and operations director.
Yeah, it's a prep chef, Liz. Your main task is your main task in the thing is to prepping up the stuff for the people to use. Then you'll be helping to support the team.
I don't know if it may be Panda Express.
Yeah, oh, that's definitely a prep chef, Liz. There.
Well, that was just the main requirement. When you actually go into the essential functions of the job, it is a full-on chef.
Okay, so basically told you what they wanted as a prep chef, but they're going to use you as a normal chef. So what is the actual requirements of the job? What do you need?
That's what minimum qualifications, knowledge, skills, and work environment. At least 1 to 2 years of wok cooking experience where food is prepared to order.
Panda Express.
Possibly. Food prep skills and knowledge of the HACCP standards. Speak right, comprehend instructions. Ability to work in varied kitchen temperatures. Up to 9 hours a day.
Yeah.
Exceptional skills. Must be able to perform basic math measurement calculations associated. 30 pounds to 50 pounds. Okay. So that's just for this one.
Okay.
And basically. But
okay.
I literally just typed in, what did I typed in cook. Should I type in chef?
I think you should type in chef. But felony makes a good point. Clean hands. Yeah. So Mike Cerrone shouldn't get that job then.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah. Sorry.
I use Las Vegas to search a lot of things. Because I know there's so many different jobs.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to have a few barbs that Mike was used. There's, I don't know if it was a real one, but there was some account that had a few barbs at me on another channel. So
let me sort this by date. We don't want a sous chef. Let's see. We don't want a tavern chef. Do we want a gourmet? Assistant, sous? What about They are looking for a culinary manager. Romano's Macaroni Grill. Sorry.
I could do a manager.
Yes, but it's hot as hell here, and you'd never move to the Las Vegas area, would you?
Fuck no.
Yeah, I mean,
No offense to
even San Francisco, which is not that far, which is like a 3-hour distance from me, or so, and it's cooler. Temperatures are cooler. You would still not move there.
No, I'll tell you why I would not move there. Because any people that build a bloody city on top of a thing called the San Andreas Fault Line is bloody stupid.
I'm looking for one that would be. Let's see.
Yeah, so that is why I will not go to San Francisco. And it has a lot of earthquakes there too, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't have that many earthquakes. Would you rather? Okay, here's a good question. Would you rather live somewhere where you occasionally get an earthquake, and you have no warning or anything, and they just randomly happen, or would you rather be somewhere that you know every year you're going to get a tornado or a hurricane?
How about if I answer this one? I'll stay where the fuck I am.
Oh.
Is that your answer that you want?
Well, I know you're not leaving there, so.
That's the answer you're going to get.
All right, like this head chef position here, which only pays about $51,000 a year. What is that?
It's about £45,000 a year over here.
No, but if you're only working a standard, that's say $25 an hour. And this is a head chef position.
Yeah.
You may, relevant experience and training.
Yep.
And training, which may be demonstrated via degree or certification, completion of apprenticeship or other experience necessary to become trained as highly skilled professional cook. At least 2 years of culinary managerial experience required, and business experience preferred.
Okay, this is where these add. How the fuck are you going to get a catering managerial experience if you can't?
Kiss my grits. But that's what these kids are running into, because so many people before them
I
had all
don't
these.
think they're looking for kids. If they got the, I don't know.
I'm not talking about just the cook positions or chef positions.
Now,
I'm
what you
talking
do in
about.
your own personal life, Liz, is up to you. But we'll try to keep the adult talk on earth when you talk about positions. Sorry, just making bad jokes. Shoot me. Carry on.
I'm saying the workforce in general, though.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Never mind.
I've turned grumpy. Never mind.
You turned grumpy. So sorry, Liz. Do I turn you grumpy, Liz?
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's the story of my life. I do that to a lot of people, I'm afraid.
I was on a little thing there, so it's okay.
Yeah, no, but I understand what you mean. I mean, the young nowadays are facing an uphill struggle with jobs and all that. There's whether it be a massive gap in experience compared to trade. When you come out of college and just learn something, you still haven't got the experience of working in that environment, have you?
Correct.
And you need that experience. And I mean, when you get idiot jobs like, what was it? I'll ask that later. When you get idiot things saying you need 2 years of culinary experience to take a head chef's job, how are you going to get that experience if nobody's going to give it to you?
But you should be able to work in that company as a cook or a lower chef before you move up to the head chef to get the experience. But you're still asking people to gain that experience and only pay them $25 an hour for a head position.
$25 an hour, $25. That's 18, almost like 18, £19 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me see how much that gets us in the UK. Okay, so let me get my
Munda
calculator
Cheese
out.
Factory.
I haven't got a clue what sitcom they're talking about. Okay, so 18 hours. Generally, a head chef would work 48 hours a week over here. Okay.
A head chef would work how many hours a week?
Put me off now, Liz. Okay, so 40. Generally, no, not a week. I'm saying generally, yeah, yeah, it is a week. Generally, a head chef would work 48 hours a week over here.
Okay.
Okay, so 48 times by 4 and times by 12. That's 41,000, just under £41,000. Now I could get my tax calculator out. Income tax calculator. Yay! Look at that. This new thing they got for Google is a pain in the ass. You know, because we pay two different types of taxes here. We pay income tax and national insurance.
And we pay state and federal depending on where you are. So.
Okay. Okay, so this income tax calculator. Yep. So, but the national insurance means we get free healthcare.
It's not free. You pay into it, so you don't have other bills to it.
Yeah, but we don't have to worry about calling for an ambulance and paying for an ambulance.
Right.
That's what the
But
thing makes it.
It's not free. It is a tax that you all pay. Whereas if Americans would actually add up what they pay in healthcare and turn that to a percentage for a tax plan like you guys have, it would actually be a little more affordable. But they don't want to hear that.
Okay. So let's paste this in, calculate now. Oh, that's stupid. Why can't I find an easy one to do? Okay. So that's it. Brief. It's a year. No. No. Am I severely blind? No. I'm not that. No. Okay. So calculate. Well, let me. Okay. So working it out, that job would get us take home a year. There would be £32,000 a year take home. That's after income tax and national insurance. That's not including pensions and other things you may have.
Okay, that's take home pay though. This was that's net. That would be net take home versus gross earning.
Yeah, I mean that's what it'd be over here. Then we're just saying that it'd be £41,000 over here. The take home would be 32,000 after everything's been taken off.
It was 51,000 a year.
Yeah, but
so percentage wise, no, let me calculate that. Be right back.
Okay.
Please hold.
All right, I will do. We're all waiting. So what time would be best for you guys for if we start doing live streams? I mean, I have to pick a day to do it. So when would be best times for you guys there? Yeah, that's the problem when you're having you look at work. You need to do the math for it too, don't you, to find out if it's a viable thing to do. So they would be better. I hear that. Oh, for fuck's sake, Spike! Peanut butter with chopsticks. What the fuck you do? Still can't go over that peanut butter with chopsticks. Damn. Try peanut butter fingers.
Okay, as it would stand, 51,000 between federal, state, all the taxes. Net take home annually for that would be 39,000 roughly.
Okay, but you got paid. You got how much would your insurance be?
Exactly.
How much would
So
how much is the
I,
basic?
d- I don't know. I don't have that kind of insurance.
Okay,
Because you
can you?
figure, like our insurance, we pay annually for the insurance. Then we
Okay,
have then we have deductibles that you have to meet. And then we pay an 80/20 after that.
damn.
So, yeah, we end up having to pay 20%. So, where's my spreadsheet? I can actually tell you. I can calculate this out, what we pay annually.
Yeah, what would you pay annually out of that? Melanie, I think he needs a slap if he's eating peanut butter with chopsticks.
Okay, if I calculate what we pay in premium and what our deductible would be for us to then go to the 2080, it averages out to about $600 a month.
$600 a month?
Mm-hmm.
That's shocking.
Yeah, but once I get that deductible, then I still have to pay 20%. So if you are making, what did I say that calculation was? What I do with that tab? 30, so 7,200. So you're looking at roughly $31,000 a year to live on. So
I think I prefer
thirty-one
the British wage.
thousand divided by 12, you're talking approximately $2,500 for everything that you have to live on. That's if you are a single person in the state of California paying for all your stuff. And hopefully now, like the job I pulled up did have medical stuff, so you would take that off there. So you're still only looking at roughly $3,100 a month take home pay.
Wow, that is terrible for a country as rich as America.
But
And
you
you
got to
guys,
remember, it doesn't matter because so many people are against having a government run healthcare system
why?
because they're stupid. I don't know. I can't explain it. I've tried to point it out. What if people would pay a percentage of their income to cover healthcare, everybody would actually end up saving money.
Okay, but since you're the only American person on my panel, you represent America right now.
Oh, I wish I did.
So why?
I don't know.
Why does America
It
charge
this
so
is
much?
this is a fight I have been fighting for years. I have worked with plenty of big unions where I mean their fees are ridiculous. I'm not even going into their pay structures.
No. Don't need to. The thing is, America, your prices for normal over-the-counter drugs is
Our
disgusting.
equivalent or more.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I mean,
felony.
how much would a small box of paracetamol cost you?
I need to know what paracetamol is. That Tylenol or aspirin?
It's just a normal painkiller on the. Okay, so it's just a normal painkiller over here. We take it. It works better than aspirin.
I am trying to figure out if it is more, because Tylenol is a name brand.
Okay, no, paracetamol isn't. Paracetamol is just the pill.
Right, but is it active? Is it acetaminophen or is it? Because that makes a difference.
Okay, so aspirin then. How much would it cost you for a small box of aspirin?
How small of a box? Like a 50 count? Maybe $3 or $4.
Okay, just say a box of 16.
16?
Yeah.
Can you get them that small anymore?
Fucking hell.
I don't know because I usually when I just buy them, I buy them for a couple months, so I know I've got them.
Okay, so we can get cocodamol over here, over the counter.
Yeah, we can. Aspirin
Okay.
and Tylenol,
Okay,
which
so
is
how much?
equivalent of your.
Yep. How much would a box of cocodamol cost you?
I don't know what cocodamol is.
Okay,
gotta-
right. So
You got to remember that drug names are different because who the manufacturer is. So find me an equivalent of what the actual name of the medicine is, not the brand name.
okay, so okay. He's tickled your thing.
And this is just the difference between, because it's brand names. People call things by their brand names.
Okay, I found what you call paracetamol.
It's Tylenol. It's acetaminophen.
I'll just put it in. You can see if it's the same thing. Then yes.
I am telling you, I'm looking the drug dose. Oh my goodness gracious! Try this again.
Okay, there you go. I'll put it in the back chat.
Acetaminophen.
Okay,
That is
that's
equivalent of the brand name Tylenol here in the United States.
okay. So how much would a box of that cost you?
Okay, well, let me check, and I will go to. Let's go to Walmart. Let's go to Walmart.com and check this out. That translates everything. Okay, if I just look up acetaminophen, and I'm going to pick in store. So, a 500 milligram, 40 count acetaminophen would be 98 cents. The name brand.
Yeah.
The name brand of that, a 10 count, would be $1.88, but it's also the travel size container.
You know, there is. It's roughly about our prices here too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just if you get the brand name or not.
Yep. Okay, so right, let's say you've had something wrong with you and you need to go to the doctors and they give you a prescription.
With my plan, it'll vary.
Okay, so let's not talk about plans. Right? How much would it cost for you to have the prescription that you want? This is not we're not having any insurance. This is straight cost.
What I'm telling you is it would vary depending on the drug.
Yeah, of course it would vary.
Plan or no plan.
So say if you had asthma and you needed an asthma inhaler and you needed extra, the canisters you put into the inhaler. How much would that cost?
I have no earthly idea because it will change. There is not a set limit. I know a lot of people who will go search websites to find the cheapest bet on that because it can change from pharmacy to pharmacy.
Okay, but have you got
Whereas you guys have a scheduled limit on what's the highest cost for something like that over there.
No, we don't know. So, how much would you know the price? Just a generalized price of
No,
an inhaler.
no.
Okay, so I'll have to Google this again. There's a lot of work I'm making myself do today. I've just woken up too.
Yeah. And then, like Felony says, it would depend on if it were a generic medication or a name brand medication. That'll change the pricing over here.
Okay, how much does an aspirin cost? Okay, wow. That is absolutely shocking. So, if you had asthma, this is just a generalized price. This is an average price. If you had asthma in the US with no insurance in 2021, on average, one name brand asthma inhaler would cost you $292.
There? Or are we talking our prices?
You did say dollars.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Yeah. Here it would cost you. Okay, let me talk about here. But that's without any insurance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Prescription price UK.
Yeah, I mean, you actually have to have the drug.
Yeah, so we each pay £9.65.
Felony saying $30 to $74, and then $30 for a generic inhaler itself.
Yep. So we pay roughly about $12.
Yeah.
For the same inhaler.
Yeah.
Isn't that disgusting?
Yeah. That's why a lot of people will drive over the borders if they live close enough and get their medication from Canada or Mexico.
Hail Canada Day!
Yeah.
God bless you, you crazy Canucks. With your boot.
I love
and
when they
maple
say
syrup
it.
and the Mounties. God bless you all.
Oh, Felony, that's it. I couldn't think of what it is. I don't, because of our insurance and stuff, you can't even really negotiate prices.
Wow.
Sometimes it's easier to actually call around the pharmacies locally before you go in there with your insurance. Because a lot of times you can get a discount being a cash pay versus using your actual insurance.
Now, you'd think a country that spends the most in the world, I mean, all the world combined on firearms and weapons, could afford to look after its citizens properly.
You would think. But it doesn't happen.
That is pretty shocking.
People would rather have their little pew-pews versus taking care of each other and making sure everybody is healthier.
Oh, yeah, because those pew-pews don't harm anybody, do they?
No, not at all.
No.
And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. We do have weaponry in our house. But that's secondary to making sure the bills are taken care of and things like that.
I've got a mouse called Bob who protects my house.
Is that what I'm supposed to name my weaponry?
You can name your weaponry all you want, Liz.
I'm going to go around naming them.
Yeah. Just to call it Bob 1, Bob 2, and Bob 3.
No, because when I think of Bob, I think of battery-operated boyfriend. So I would not name anything Bob.
This conversation has dropped massively downhill now. Bob.
Bob. B period
Moist.
O period B.
Yeah, Bob and Moist.
Bob. Oh, moist I don't have a problem with at all. It's all
Moist.
and juicy and oozy. Yeah.
I think I need to have a private think, Liz. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Oh. I'm gonna
So-
have to. The
Soggy
Supreme
bottoms.
Court case on the other one, though. Counterman versus Colorado. And does it have a case number on it yet?
Do you know what we really do need here, Liz?
Huh.
We need a constitutional law scholar.
No, because he actually can't read a case law for shit. Let's see. This is the Counterman versus Colorado case. Went certiorari to the Court of Appeals of Colorado from 2014 to 2016. Petitioner Billy Counterman sent hundreds of Facebook messages to CW, a local singer and musician. The two had never met, and CW did not respond. In fact, she tried repeatedly to block him, but each time Counterman created a new Facebook account and resumed contacting CW. Several of his messages envisaged violent harm befalling her. Counterman's message put CW in fear and upended her daily existence. CW stopped walking alone, declined social engagement, and canceled some of her performances. Whew. I feel for CW. CW eventually contacted the authorities. The state charged Counterman under a Colorado statute making it unlawful to repeatedly make any form of communication with another person in a manner that, I should have put the quotes, that would cause a reasonable person to suffer serious emotional distress, and does cause that person to suffer serious emotional distress. Counterman moved to dismiss the charges on First Amendment grounds, arguing that his messages were not true threats and therefore could not form the basis of a criminal prosecution. Following Colorado law, the trial court rejected that argument under an objective standard, finding that a reasonable person would consider the messages threatening. Counterman appealed, arguing that the First Amendment required the state to show not only that his statements were objectively threatening, but also that he was aware of their threatening character. The Colorado Court of Appeals disagreed and affirmed his conviction. Colorado Supreme Court denied review. And it held the state must provide in true threat cases that the defendant had some subjective understanding of his statement's threatening nature, but the First Amendment required no more demanding a showing than recklessness. Okay. The First Amendment permit restricted upon the content of, give me a phone, I scroll down the page, speech in a few limited areas. Among those historic and traditional categories of unprotected expression is true threats. True threats are serious expressions conveying that a speaker means to commit an act of unlawful violence. Virginia v. Black. The existence of a threat depends not on the mental state of the author, but on what the statement conveys to the person receiving them. Illinois. Oh, I'm going to really have to review this case.
You review it and we'll make a discussion about this. How's that?
Wow. Okay, so what did the Supremes...
I think you need to review it, and if we can make a panel about this, How's that
Well,
sound?
I just want to see what the.
Because law is a very complex thing.
It really it can be. I'm trying to
And it
see
sounds
how.
like, it sounds like this one
Mm,
is rather complex.
I'm trying to see how many pages. It's 57 pages, but I want to know what was the Supreme's holding on it. Let's see. Okay, so they vacated it and remanded it to the lower court. Kagan delivered the opinion of the court in which Roberts, Alito, Kavanaugh, Jackson joined. Sotomayor filed an opinion concurring in part and concurring in judgment, which Gorsuch then joined in parts 1, 2, 3A and 3 Tac B. Thomas filed a dissenting opinion. Barron filed a dissenting opinion, in which Thomas joined that as well.
Do you know what, Liz? I appreciate what you're saying, but they're just words to me. I haven't got a clue in understanding this.
I understand it.
But you know what I mean? If I explained some British laws, you probably wouldn't understand it yourself. But American laws seem rather complex.
You know, if you put it in black and white, if you actually showed it on the page, I would be better at that. If I need to do that, I can present this.
But that's why I think we should make a panel about this some other time, so you can have a proper look and see what's happened.
Okay, we can.
If that is okay with you.
Yeah.
It's a good. I'm interested in here, but again, is what you're reading off is just words to me. That doesn't mean I don't understand it. But if you can put it into where I can understand it, it'd be a brilliant topic. Which means me saying you're the clever one and I'm the dumb one.
No, it's depends on the court what their actual holdings are, though.
Well, again, I haven't got a clue what you mean by that, but it'd be a good topic to learn from and to then discuss.
See, and I'm not sure, Felony, if I'm not sure if. Yeah, I mean, this is saying that it was vacated, but I don't know if that's the case number here. And that's the thing. That's why I wanted the court opinion case, if they actually have a case number yet on that. I'll have to look through this opinion and get the whole thing.
Okay. So I'm going to change this conversation slightly, because obviously I can't understand this, what you're saying, because...
I will dig out a legal dictionary for us to actually be able to put words up so people may understand them.
Yeah. I mean, it's US, isn't it? So...
Yeah, but holdings and things like that, and certiorari and vacated and remanded, those are general terms that I believe are used over there as well. I will double check though. Hey, Mark, sarcastic law student, where are you? He would be a good one for this one.
He would be. I don't think he's a member of my channel. Which part is?
Yeah, I will see if we can poke him on this one. Usually it has a header here, though.
I think we can use better words than poke on this channel, Liz. Because when we just change with poke, it usually turns into another conversation.
Okay.
And that may be my mind, though.
That is. But it's okay. Drop this.
Listen here, when I said Bob, you went to... Oh,
battery-operated boyfriend.
Boyfriend, yes. When I was just meant Bob.
Okay. I want to know the
So okay, so
upholding
what
opinion.
the other thing is, this is on my Facebook page. I've got one of my old bosses. We're changing the conversation slightly, but he put on his Facebook page. He's wrote a bit about Putin, and he went, "Dear Mr. Putin, you're on par with Adolf Hitler.
Huh?
You send your nation's young men to die in an unnecessary war to enhance your standings, and you hold the world to ransom over energy prices. You kill or jail Russian citizens who oppose your view, and you and other members of your close-knit group have stripped the Russian nation of its wealth. Sorry, I'll rephrase that again. Have stripped the Russian nation of its wealth while watching your mothers grieve in poverty after you sent their sons to die. Yet you live a billionaire's lifestyle. In so-called capitalist countries, we believe the government are in place for serving the people, unlike your belief where people are there for serving the Kremlin. There is no Mother Russia, just Big Brother with a Kalashnikov rifle and a clip on his shoulder. No, a chip on his shoulder. You're a small man whose ambition has cast a dark shadow over a proud people. You're a disgusting, murdering thief, and your time will come when the Russian people actually wake up to you and your kind and rid the world of you all." So I wrote a response back. I said, "What was that beside for, Liz?"
Just, I don't know. People are. Go ahead. I want to know what
No,
your
no, no, no.
response
Say
is.
your opinion. No, say
No,
your
no, no.
opinion.
I want to know what your response is.
Okay. So I wrote, "I think he's worse than Hitler in one sense, and here's why. Germany was financially crippled by the Treaty of Versailles. Germany was in dire need of economic and social reform in the 1990s up to 1930s. Germans were using their money as toilet paper as it was worthless. It was said that a loaf of bread would cost you a wheelbarrow of money. Everybody can talk about the evil the National Socialists did, but what they did do is get everybody working who is deemed to be full German working. They're building new industries and built up their armed forces to be a European superpower. Well, Putin has taken a fairly stable country and what is seen to be a powerful military power and turned them into a complete joke. He also turned in what was a stable government in a political mess, placing the country on the brink of civil war, which can be a dangerous thing in Russia, and also excluding Russia through their own actions, all from all the world's financial markets, which Russia really needs right now." Now discuss.
They're both jackasses.
Yeah, they're both in it. Nobody's denied that. Nobody said, "Oh, he's a stand-up bloke, that Hitler." Oh, what did he do to those poor? Oh, yeah. That was just a little mistake. No, no, it was evil.
I'm sorry. It just. Anytime it comes to war, I just know it's old ass idiots with a chip on their shoulder that are going to be sending young men to do dirty work that they can no longer do. And if you actually took that power of those young people and put them to utilizing them for proper jobs and things like that, you could grow your economy.
Okay, that's yeah, yeah,
War kills the young.
yeah. But isn't that the case of all wars in the world?
And I don't like it. I think it's I can't help it. Maybe because I've had so many friends that were military and have done service and lost friends that
Yeah, yeah.
I look at the warmongering as stupid and petty. Whereas if we could all work together for a global society, everybody would be better off.
Well, I think we need to help out Spike because his omelet's turned into scrambled egg.
Scrambled eggs.
For fuck's sake.
I actually boiled some eggs earlier. Later, I'm going to make an egg salad sandwich.
Ew. Get off my
What?
panel right now.
It's safe for me to eat, Paul. There's
Okay,
not lots of.
if it's safe for you to eat, I'll allow you this once. But ew.
It's egg and mayonnaise and salt and pepper.
Ew.
Not a lot. Not a lot of mayonnaise.
Ew.
It's proper. It is proper homemade mayonnaise at that.
I don't give a fuck. Ew. I think we need that little comedy sometimes. But getting back to the subject. Is Putin on par with Hitler? Would you put both
In
of
my
them
opinion, all
It
the
was-
ones who want to be a dictator and authoritarian, they're on par for me. I cannot help that.
Hold on. So, Melanie, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you in my chat. You're welcome back anytime. So, yeah. So we'll say goodnight to you, mate, and you look after yourself.
Don't
Liz?
go to bed mad. Just go to bed.
Yeah.
Good night, Felony.
Good night, mate. But yes, but I mean, is Putin on par? Would you put him on par with, if you're an historian, would you put him on par with Hitler?
I don't know. I'm not there seeing the true things that are happening there. I think from where I sit,
Yeah, I mean, it's your
it's
opinion.
not. It's not the same. Are there things happening that are bad? Absolutely. Is it on par with Hitler bad? I can't say it is.
Well, let's think what Hitler did do. Right, for a start, we can have a look at what he actually done and how he gained power, which is, do you know what is, speaking as a historian, it is completely fascinating how a man who was a corporal in the First World War took a nation which was broken. I mean, it really was a broken nation, and made it into a global superpower in the space of 12 years. It is mind-boggling how he done that. I mean, remember, most things we use now came from World War II. Space travel came from German scientists. Medicines come from World War II. Velcro, radio communications, flights, as we know it. This all came from World War II.
Yes,
Radar too.
A lot of things are uncovered because of military research and stuff. But if we take all the money that was in the R&D research for that and put it toward other things, advancements in society, would we all be better off?
Would we though? I mean, you have to look at it as we are animals at the end of the day. And animals fight, don't they?
They can. But I can tell you I can catch more bees with honey than I do vinegar. I would rather keep the bees of the world than advancing more wars.
Yeah, but some wars need to be fought.
I don't think so. It does not have to be a dick measuring contest.
No, it's not a dick measuring contest. Okay. So
There
if World
are.
War say if World War II happened again, would it be a just war for us to say step in and stop it?
I just. I am not the right person for this
You totally are the
argument.
right person. You totally
I
are
am not,
because
because I am completely against any kind of the
any kind of.
warring.
But you have to look at the way you think. If World
No,
War II,
I would rather. No, I'd rather just walk up to somebody and kick him in the nuts and be done with it.
yeah, but
Okay.
how would you stop a person like Hitler if he was about now?
Oh, I think there are guerrilla groups out there that could do it.
Yeah, but that's war though.
It's not. It's espionage.
No, it's war.
It's assassination.
It's a war.
There, but there are
I'm
some
just
people
saying.
I don't think should be in society.
No. There's
This
some people. I totally agree. I just say there's some wars that are justifiable.
when you're sending young people to their deaths over a grudge match that should have been handled between adults, no, it's not justified.
Okay, but have a look at ants.
That's ants.
Yes,
We're not
but they build.
ants.
But they're intelligent animals. But they build colonies and they build cities in those colonies too, don't they?
And the time they fight is when it's over resources, because the colony has gotten too big and other ones didn't GTFO to go find their own place.
Okay, so the reason why Hitler came into power because Germany was massively in debt. His money was totally worthless. He got into power through that, and he made Germany. And he'd seen what had happened in World War One with the treaties and everything else that happened to Germany, and Germany getting really screwed over by the Allies. And he seen that, and he said he got grasped, and that's how he came into power.
And they shouldn't have got themselves in debt.
No. It was to
The
do with
previous
World War. It
administration.
was it was due to the signing of the Treaty of Versailles, and that's how they got into this situation. Germany really, because they said Germany started World War One. Well, no, Germany didn't. That was between Austria and Serbia. But Germany really did get screwed by the Allies. But this helped to create World War Two.
Okay. But instead
So,
of trying to work something out and say, hey, you are making us suffer, can we extend some agreements here, or can you help us out here? Can
okay,
you look at our infrastructure and show
okay,
us some advances that you have made to help out your citizens, instead of being closed off as a singular unit. They could have come and said, okay, we've got issues.
right. So Britain was a superpower in the 1930s. Yes,
Yeah.
it was a superpower. So our Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain went over to Germany and he spoke with Mr. Adolf Hitler, we want to call him, dickhead, whatever everyone's thing. He actually
Okay.
spoke to him, and he came back after speaking to him, and he came back with a white piece of paper, and he said, "Peace in our time." He convinced himself that he got Hitler to not do any more of his invasions of the Eastern Europe, as he seen as he got what he wanted. Unfortunately, Hitler didn't see it that way, and he massed his forces on the Polish border and sent a battleship into a Polish city. then on the deadline, I can't remember. I need to have a look this up. But on the deadline, the battleship fired on this city, and they invaded with the Russians. Germans are from the east, Russians from the west.
And once
So there
again, it's a
was,
dick measuring contest.
yeah, but I'm just saying, there's wars that are justifiable, and nobody could have stopped Hitler and World War II sending young men in, as disgusting and as horrible as it sounds, because nobody should have to die, was the right move to make.
Okay, but if there were observers, like we've seen in other places, 100 years ago, communication wasn't as great. But if your, would you say it was Prime Minister who went over?
Harold Neville Chamberlain.
Okay, when he went over, did he venture away from the capital, or did he just stay in the capital where they can put on a
No,
show
he
up?
actually visited him. He actually visited him.
Yeah, at the capital, right?
Berlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So,
went over and visited him there in Berlin.
okay. So what I'm saying though is he didn't go beyond Berlin to actually go and talk to the citizens.
Yeah, but the citizens were the thing, because they.
Never mind. I'm not gonna.
No,
You're being obtuse here.
no, I'm not
I
being
am saying
obtuse.
I am saying that that is maybe because I'm a woman. I don't know. I don't want to talk to the leaders. I want to talk to your citizens away from you, government leaders, and actually find out what the hell is going on and how they are reacting, how their homes are, what do they need, what can we as a community do to help.
Yeah, but before
The past is the
World,
past.
yeah, before
What's
World War
going
Two, yeah, before World War Two happened in Germany, was massive social, economic, and industrial. He was building it up, Liz. He built up this country, and his armed forces mean a bunch of Cub Scouts could have taken over Germany after World War One. He built Germany into this massive military power. He got massive industries. People were working, all right.
Yes,
We
but
know
were
what's
they
happened.
getting paid? Was there enough food? Or was it more like slave labor? You have to work for the government
Oh
and you're.
no, no, no. There was plenty of food, Liz.
So, how did they get themselves in debt so far with the
Okay,
treaty then?
when the Treaty of Versailles,
Mm hmm.
Germany got incredibly screwed over socially and economically by the Allies after World War One, because they, like I said, they got the blame for World War One.
I understand that. What I am saying
And
though,
yep, so there was mass, and also agricultural reform. Hitler introduced agricultural reform. He took up, when he started invading countries, he took the foods from those countries and put it back to Germany. Um, what he done from 1933 to 1945 was an absolute miracle. It was mind-boggling in how he done it, and it was just unbelievable.
okay, they built up the military, they had some survivability on food resources and things like that, but they did not prep the pantry to go forward. So people were suffering outside of certain dynamics.
Well,
So, as the country as a whole, they were not healthy because they were running into money issues. So,
money issues stopped during the National Socialists. They managed to get the money issues all under order. But what they didn't do is they didn't prepare for the effects of war. And that is how they lost in the Soviet Union campaign, Operation Barbarossa or Barbarossa.
So failure to prepare then led to hard times for the country as a whole.
Yep, hard times for the country, which led up to the Cold War, which led up to 19. Was it not? When was the Berlin airlift? Why isn't Veen here? God damn
That's
it,
what
Veen.
you and V need to talk about this stuff because you guys like the history portion of it, whereas I think of the people
Well,
that had to endure.
it's all germane. It's all germane there.
It's not because if you look at the United States, you look at the wealthy populace, you look at I can't even say they're truly a middle class anymore. And then there's everybody else.
Everybody's
So
left us, Liz.
it's okay. It's okay.
They're leaving us, Liz.
Because you're talking war. That's for
Oh, it's all-
the History Channel.
Yes, but that's what I am. I am an historian.
It's still party night. It's Saturday night going into Sunday morning here. Everybody's either in bed asleep or out partying. Not talking about war and crap.
Don't go out and enjoy yourselves. Come here and bore yourselves without talk about war. You
The
selfish
war talk
ass
does bore
stewards.
me. The war talk
Yeah.
really does bore me.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, let's talk about Bob's.
Let's not. I've been going for 2.5 hours.
Okay, let's call it a night then.
That we can do.
Because I want you to get some sleep and some rest because it sounds like you need it.
I do. The dental appointments this last week or so was taking a toll. That was the other thing. Yes, I knew there was something else this last week or so. Because that throws my sleep schedule off, and then
Yeah, totally.
the injections. It takes about a week and a half every time they do the injections for it to completely wear off and for my face to feel a little bit normal. So having injections on Friday, I am still got a pretty big fat lip and part of my nose is still numb.
Oh, it sounds like you need a hug. Send in virtual hugs to you, Liz.
It feels like bee stings.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's the medication.
Why didn't you tell me this and we could have postponed this then, Liz?
It's fine. I asked you earlier if you wanted to go live.
No,
but
no,
it's
you
fine.
could have told me about this and I would have postponed
It's
this.
fine.
No,
It's
I want you to
fine.
get better first. You're my friend, and I
No,
don't like
it's
you when
fine.
you hurt. No, it's not fine.
You yell at me, I'm gonna throw a shoe at you. I'm pulling this car over.
It's not bloody fine. It's like when you're in the hospital, when you go to a hospital. It's like, oh, how are you doing? I'm fine. You're fucking in the hospital. How are you fine?
Well, every time I go to the hospital, if I've ever been, they usually hook me up to an IV and it makes my skin all nice and pretty for a little while.
That's not the fucking point of it. This is not a fucking
It is.
beauticians.
You gotta remember that I've had a lot of surgeries, so if I
I
can
know,
joke
I
about
know.
this, that's the best thing I can do.
I did find a letter from it was on my Facebook page, and it sort of shocked me. I could remember my doctor's letter, and they found it did. Yeah, if I can find it again, I'll show you. It's about my condition, and yeah, so I need to take a lot better care of myself at the moment.
Yeah, it's everybody's got their thing. Everybody's, nobody, I went years without anything. So,
Yeah, I mean, I
then
went.
when it hits, it hits.
Yeah, I've slept in a pub with a. I've slept in a roofless pub. You know what I mean? I didn't have
Pot to piss
Yeah,
in.
yeah, I didn't have food for 3 or 4 days sometimes.
We all grow and expand. That's why
Yeah, I mean, I've expanded too much. I need to stop it.
you're working on it. You're working on it. I have
Yeah.
faith in you.
Oh, thank you. Thank God somebody does.
I think everybody over in a certain Discord are like, you can do it.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
all gonna hop up on the Arnold Schwarzenegger. You can do it. I can't do it.
You can do it.
I don't do voices.
Get to the chopper.
Oh.
But yeah,
Yeah. When we talk war stuff, you guys like the finer details of the history aspect of it.
yeah.
I tend to reflect on the people, not so much on the history portion of it.
Well, the
I
people
want to
are.
know, how it affected the general populace.
I look at it as the people are the history of it too.
Yeah, but I don't need to know dates and times and who did what to win. I just don't.
Yeah,
It's
but
one of
that
those
brings it.
things. It is history. Let's learn from it and not repeat the same shit again.
Oh, I totally agree. And this is why you give dates and times. So you can learn from it and you can say, well, this happened then. You don't need to do this.
No, I don't need dates and times for that though. You may, I don't. I know shit has gone down just like U.S. history. Um, if you look at the amendments, it usually takes 3 generations for them to come about and take effect. Usually, roughly 100 years from when the amendment was passed to where you start actually seeing progress on it.
Yeah.
So, typically 3 generations, about 100 years.
Yeah, I get it.
That's the history I need.
Yes. Well, I just think the people are the history too.
You think main characters in
No,
history,
no,
though.
no. I think the people are the history, no matter what. Not the main
Oh.
characters. Everything is.
But see, that's the thing. You know the main characters. And I could give
Yes.
two shits about Hitler or the prime minister. I don't care. How did they not go visit locations to talk to people outside of the capital?
Because it doesn't work like that, does it?
It should. It should. You shouldn't take what a leader is saying. Go talk to the populace. But that's why our
Yeah, I
generation
mean, yeah,
hopefully is
but
different moving forward.
isn't the leader the
You gotta remember,
representation of the populace?
you gotta remember that we're Gen X, and like, I don't know if Gen X over there is the same as Gen X over here, but I know like in the United States, Gen X over here tend to be a little more fierce, independent. We were wild children because our parents were doing their own thing.
Yeah,
So
we're badass.
we were the latchkey kids.
We were the bad. We are the badasses of the generation.
We're the small generation between two wannabe powerhouses who want to claim that they did X, Y, and Z, or maybe A, B, and C, because
We were the
we are.
ones that listened to the Beastie Boys. You've got to fight for your right to party.
But everybody forgets we grew up with our parents' music and grandparents' music. So we have a love for those. And then the music of our time, we have an appreciation and love for that. And even the new stuff, I don't know if people are willing to listen to it. My whole thing is if it's upbeat and happy and makes me want to get up and dance, I'm going to listen to it.
This has turned really sideways. First we was talking about.
Because I'm trying to
Oh,
get away from the war subject.
yeah, no, that's cool. It's cool. I understand that. I like that. But if you ever look at the topics we covered, we've covered the Supreme Court ruling. Then
Which
we've
I now
covered
have on my desktop for
Now we've
something else
covered
to
health.
add to my list.
Yeah. Different forms of healthcare. We've covered Putin. We've covered Hitler. We've covered the people. Now we're talking about dancing.
Can we cover Putin in a big cauldron and put the lid on him and boil him up?
I think that's called torture, Liz, and I think that's been disbanded.
Okay.
Sorry. But that was an actual form of English torture.
Oh, I know. But never mind. It's okay.
No, say.
No, I was just thinking, like the old days when they would boil people alive.
Yeah, that was an English torture method.
I think that was a torture method in a lot of places.
No, I think that's more English.
I think cavemen did it.
They did a lot of things. They bashed women over the head so they can get them. I mean, I'm all for that, but I'll probably get beaten up doing that.
Oh no, here we go. Penny. Sweet Penny. Paul needs you.
Yeah. You're my girlfriend now. Oosh. She'd probably take the club and give me a beating.
Oh, I would hope so. I would hope women have finally started to see a little more equality.
That's another brilliant conversation discussion.
Yeah, I mean, I see it from a different perspective.
I think we should have an all-women panel where I don't get involved, but I'll set it up and I'll be like moderating you women discuss how to wash dishes and what different types of washing machines there are and
oh wow.
and what vacuum cleaner is best.
You really gonna go with that? You know the women of this community are going to revolt and kick your ass.
Yeah, I do know that. That's why they don't know. That's why they know I don't mean a thing of it. But it would be a good thing to do to get. I know other channels have tried it one channel, but I want to get. It'd be good to get a group of female perspective.
I don't think it even needs to just be female perspective. I think
it does. I think yeah. Sorry.
I'm saying a perspective of men and women on a panel discussing these things in a rational manner would be good because you may be seeing things that I am not seeing. I may, maybe I hold a prejudice for certain things that I may not see. Who knows?
But I don't be in a panel where I'm going to be picked on, which is more likely the case. What's going to happen?
This would be a good one for like Brian to chirp in on because he's pretty rational with stuff like this.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'm thinking of going to the gym today. I think I may do. So after I think about going to the gym.
How about we get off this panel and you just go to the gym because it's early enough in the day that it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, but I just finished what I'm bloody well saying this. This is what I mean. This is why I shouldn't be no good in the panel because I'm getting told off.
Not telling you off. I'm giving you a suggestion.
No, you're telling me off, Liz. There's a difference.
No, you know the tone of my voice when I'm angry.
Yeah, I do. So no, I think that'd be good. I don't think it should be. I'll personally, because I'll set it all up. I'll personally watch over, but have a discussion with just women talking about. Has there been?
But women don't get along, Paul.
It doesn't matter if you get. I mean, that's what I mean. You're making this very hard, Liz.
I gotta tease about this.
I know, but being serious though, if it just to discuss what has been happening in the world, has there been like a revolution in women's rights, or are we pushing them back? It'd be brilliant to hear, and it'd be brilliant to hear other different women's perspectives of what's happening.
I would love to hear some who are outside of the United States give their opinion because we have it from, or even and across the country where they see it from their avenue.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll put it on the community page maybe today or tomorrow, and I'll see if there's any takers, and we can go for it from there.
I would rather not limit it to just women, though. I think everybody should have a fair shot of seeing what they're seeing out in
Yeah,
their
but
societies.
the thing is, I really get what you're saying, but I wanted to hear different women's views on this, not just a man's view. I want to hear different women's views.
No, and that's why it's got to be controlled kind of group. People who are not going to
Yep,
shout over each other.
that's why I'm going to moderate it. I'm not going to leave it. I'm going to be moderated, but I'm not going to be part of the discussion.
But you should. You see things from your perspective as well.
Yeah, I know I see things, but I'm not. This is about. I'm just offering the floor to women here so they can say their point without any male perspective butting in. I just want to hear their point. Then afterwards of the point, we could use that for another forum of discussion. Do you get me on this one?
Yeah, I understand.
So
I,
great, yeah. Get the women's point of view. Get women's point of view. Then afterwards, we can make another one where we can discuss it and take it from a man's point of view too.
so basically, we will have three panels out of one.
Yeah,
Women's,
following each other.
men's, joint.
No. Women's, then the joint after, so it'll be two.
Okay, why not just have a man's perspective though as well?
Because we'd offer you a bit of bread and ham and mayo and see if you can make us a sandwich.
And that's fine. We will get those jokes, and it's okay. As long as you guys realize that they are just jokes. And people's got to understand that.
Yes, of course they're just jokes. I mean, if you try to make me a sandwich, it'd be manky by the time it got to me. It'd be very disappointed, Liz.
And it would have eggs on it, and you wouldn't like it.
You would do that to me, wouldn't you, too? Fuck
Do
is
you not
shocking.
like eggs at all?
No, and I'll tell you why. There's only so few certain eggs I can eat. I can eat omelette and quiche. When I was younger, and you appreciate this, my dad, like I said, like you know the story, my dad has never worked when I was younger. So whatever was served to us, we'd have to eat it. My dad would make scrambled egg, and I hated scrambled egg. I'd leave it. I'd get it when I came back from school. Then I'd get it when I came from when it was like dinner time. So you'd force us to eat it, and I hated it, and it made me sick.
Oh, I had one episode like that. Yeah. I didn't
Yeah,
want to eat something that was for dinner and was told I was going to sit there and sit there until I ate it. So
yeah,
I fell asleep at the table.
yeah. And you got it, and you still there waiting for you, wasn't it?
It was, but I still didn't
Yeah.
eat it. I went to bed, and the next day it was gone.
No.
So I didn't eat it.
But my dad used to force feed it to me too.
No, that's not okay.
No, so and I hated the taste. It would actually make me retch and throw up, and it still does. And why the fuck did I become a chef? I don't know, because I've cracked many an egg.
But you learned how to cook it where you like it.
Yeah, but like I say, and yeah, so yeah, that's why I don't like eggs at all. I don't like the smell of them. I don't like any. I didn't like the smell of them before, but it just makes me now physically retch.
Yeah, no, that's like tequila for me. It's okay.
I've, did you hear the story in Han Banana's channel?
Which one?
I've snorted tequila.
Ew. Gross.
Yeah, it's not a thing I'll do again, Liz.
I would hope not.
It actually made the side of my face. I felt the side of my face actually melting and collapsing.
All right, it is getting to be that time of night
Yes,
and that time of morning.
yes. It's not that time of morning yet, but I know it's the time of night for you, Liz. You need to get some sleep.
It is. It's 9 a.m. for you.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I will get this. I will see if there's any interest in this women's topic, because that'd be interesting to see.
Women's topic. Do you hear that, ladies? Women's topic. How about
Well, you ain't
opinions?
making me a sandwich, so I'll say women's topic.
Opinions.
It was women's opinion. So yes, it was really bad words. I'm so sorry. It's women's opinion on what's going on, and if you feel like I'm saying things wrong too, please say I'm saying things wrong.
I do try to.
You do so well though, Liz too. But that's what I want. I don't want people to agree with me on this channel. I want fight back. If you get my meaning.
Oh, I know. It is a good challenge, per se. It's a not necessarily a debate, more of a sparring. You're looking for a sparring partner.
I'm looking for any type of partner, to be honest, Liz. It's a lonely life sometimes.
Oh,
I'm just looking for a difference in opinions.
calling Penny. Penny, aisle 1. Penny, can you please come to aisle 1?
I need to have a personal thing now, Liz.
Penny, please.
It's
She's
not
so
good with
lovely.
your accent too. Where you're talking to it too, it's not helping me.
Well, that's even better. That's hysterical. And what accent are you talking about? I have no accent.
Oh, Liz, you've got an accent.
No, I don't. I'm from California. We don't have accents.
You've got an accent and a half. So that's it.
No, you do.
No, you do. You do. It's the Californian accent.
We have been removed from the accent. We have Hollywood to blame for that.
No, you still got an accent, and it's quite a. I'm going to use the words a turn on accent because it's actually an amazing accent.
Well,
And you
thank
should
you, and I
never
appreciate
be.
it.
You should never say you haven't got an accent because it is a lovely accent.
Absent of
You
an
know?
accent is not having an accent.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Just take the compliment, fucking hell. Just take it.
And with that, we will leave you on a high note of giggles and Paul being
Yeah.
frustrated as hell.
Yes, for fuck's sake. All right, Liz. Well, it was always a pleasure and great speaking to you, and you enjoy your sleep, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Your time.
For everybody out on replay crew, rewatch crews, whatever you want to call yourself,
Yeah.
we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes.
Have a
thank you.
great day or night.
And if you haven't joined the channel and you just come across this, please like and subscribe, and even share so other people can join. I want this channel to grow into something that people can have a world meeting point where people from different places can meet and just discuss things. I think that'd be good.
Good night.
Good night there, Liz. Have fun. Have a good sleep, will you? And take care of yourself. And I'll speak to you
Toodles,
tomorrow,
everyone.
your time.
Okay.
All right, my babe. Catch you later.
Later.
It is.